Today we just want to talk quickly about because there are so many questions, but let me just I'll leave the question. Probably I'll answer one of them, but we want to talk about the failed marriage and the effect on children, the legal effects of failed marriage, and failed marriage can be that the fact that it failed without because it was not even there
in the first
place, or that it was there, something happened, and the couple decide that they are going to go away. But before I go on, somebody asked me a question recently about the fact of what's the effect of biracial marriage when, say, the man is an Asian or the man is an English person, comes to Nigeria or meets a Nigerian and they decide to marry. What is the effect? The effect really is that the law of the place of the marriage will be the basis of the marriage. Let me put it like this. If two, like a white man, let's say a French man comes to Nigeria, picks up a Nigerian lady, and they go to the, say, registry and get wedded there, that means that the marriage will be in accordance to Nigerian law. Now, if, of course, which is likelihood, that after the marriage they move to France and they settle in France and they start producing their children in France and they raise their children and say 20, 30 years later they want to divorce each other, the basis of the marriage will be the law of Nigeria, which, of course, the French court will look at in determining what and what to do. Of course, they will use the French law, but they will also have regard to what the law of the place of marriage, or they call it conflict of laws, how interfacing of law. That's why sometimes you have to be very careful. And okay, you saw a Ghanaian, and then you have a Nigerian, and both of you met in Britain, and you say, and job took you guys to France. You decide to marry in France because of exigencies, but you settled in England, and then eventually, so it becomes, so these are the legalities you have to, it's supposed to be looking at. Okay, in case of any how we will take such time, so we can put all those things in perspective. But that was that question. But anyway, now I want to end that question. We say many people say the man no do like say the village people say he just come from France, carry our daughter, can do bride price, pay us bride price. That one are for village people, because like I said always, that once the two of them are consenting adults, once they consenting adults, there is no place for as long as they go by way of legal marriage, there is no place for bride price. Bride price now because too often I say they for the area locality and say okay, well, if they don't pay them, they're going to wait for you when they don't die.
Yeah.
Because most times if you guys move abroad, you might not even come back to come and bury the person here in local place. So these are the things that I can say, okay, bride price has no place in that. Although yeah, ideally is good that there should be that cultural inflection or into that happening. Now, to do today's one about failed marriage. Failed marriage, we say, number one, the wife and the husband, they get one kind of thing called say the marriage not there at all. Because I'm saying that one a nullification, null and void marriage. They get married no day at all. And that one, if you be saying that custom, and if you be saying inside law, like for custom now, many families, if you no pay bride price, you never marry their daughter.
Yeah.
So the woman feel they born for you. If I get one time, you see before, if the woman born, no matter how many children born for you, now the children of the father of the woman, by custom, no be your child. Now the children of the father of the woman.
Are you serious?
Yes, it will be the children of the house, because you never pay the bride price. You understand? So that one say as far as the two of them are concerned, now just they sleep together, now just they stay together. And that means no marriage. They never come, mommy more. Come and never day. So that one now for that level, customary and non and void marriage. But for legal non and void marriage, say from the beginning there's some condition where they are there, where we say it will make the marriage no day available. Like say for instance, any of the two people, they are under the age of 18, you know, and then they marry, they don't get parental consent, they don't get written parental consent.
Okay.
That marriage, in no day. Like say one of them no get mental consult, you don't know what they do. You can't go anytime. That one, you know they, you know they at all.
No be marriage.
At all. Also, the other person say, na my fraud, they deceive him. You don't even know say that marriage. Just say this one, put ring, whatever. You don't even know what they do. Just say, I don't plan marriage like this. So if you can prove, say, no, it was not my consent, I don't even know. They just forced me into this marriage. So that probably they don't say they will kill my father or kill my mother if I don't marry them. I can't marry. That one no debt, no debt marriage at all. So no matter how much picking with the, like say now, okay, for those who are Boko Haram people now, you understand me? You cannot claim the marriage because there is no marriage. But okay, you are giving birth to the child for him. So in future, if any of those guys leave that enclave of those, they cannot say that they are going to go for divorce because in the first instance there was no marriage at all. So you just have picking for the woman or for the man or things like that. Another reason we say when we say you get some medical condition, like say the man for instance, they impotent, you know, and you know tell the wife from the beginning. Nobody say the thing come after the marriage. They don't there, and the impotence no they disclose. So even if I enter marriage, even if I do everything right, but that impotence no they disclosed from the beginning, that marriage will become. I mean, and if you be man or woman too, that marriage will be null and void. Sometimes we say there is no marriage at all because that basic disclosure, no give me that knowledge. Say now this condition you get from time.
So what about say the process of exchange? Maybe they like carry the girl, the family of the girl, and carry and give another man just because they want to collect something from the man. Do you understand? It could be money, it could be material stuff. So is there a marriage in that, or there's no marriage?
There's no marriage because probably under the culture, there could be a marriage because sometimes culture, but nowadays you don't say forced marriage is wrong. Under the culture, but under the legal, it must be consent of the parties. Because it's the definition we became marriage get be say now.
The guy and the chick, I mean.
Yes.
Not like the two families.
No. No, seriously, for inside the legal marriage, the family is na support, like say na.
And they talk about under tradition now, Barrister.
Oh, that's tradition.
Yeah.
If na two married for that tradition now, na two families married now.
Okay. So even if the girl not happy about as far as they don't give her out, there's a marriage in it.
Yeah, see, for culture, yes, but she can say no, I don't want to do it. But for culture, yes. For many cultures, because even from 14, 15 for some cultures,
they don't marry.
The father go. Even there's some culture where I hear him say, "You know, I'm a money wife." Once you don't pay for the father, pay money from one man, pay for the other side. Whether the woman like, not like, it's like we are buying slave, you are buying that that child. You are money wife, you know.
But I don't know. You never mentioned anything about marriage by proxy. Does it have implications? Does it? You never talked about before.
I beg, thank you very much.
Really, really much.
You see, there are so many types of proxy I know. One person like say, now somebody come marry you, but now somebody gets you.
No, okay.
No. Brother called the real husband no day.
No day.
And then now they use pillow or they put the portrait.
But you see, the thing is, say, when two people, truthfully, because for culture, if you don't feel they acceptable, but you cannot do marriage by proxy under the law because two of them
carry the person there.
Boss now, wait till they want their court.
Yes, no fit. Two of them must come back. That's why they see that when we go to marriage registry, you go see so many white people will come because you are not married. You cannot marry by proxy.
Okay, they would have wanted that, but the court was
yes, it must come.
You must come down.
Even if it's not for that sake of that marriage alone, we come Nigeria. If you come Thursday, go back Sunday. But that you must present.
Make it happen.
You must present too, because two of you must hold the ring, hold the tea, say we agree. But for culture, it's possible say they don't agree, or family to family don't agree. Then they come bring a picture of the two of them, say they don't marry. It's very possible. So that's why we have to be very careful about the difference between culture and legality. But no possible for inside law. No. So another reason for say non-avoid marriage be say the let's call it like the part. This one a technical reason. Okay, say now don't go registry, don't get license to go and celebrate your marriage. Okay, so now they can't tell you which place. You tell them the place. That place where you tell them, or they tell them different place. You can't go marry to different place. Like for instance, no marriage for hotel, they are acceptable.
Oh,
Yes.
Celebration?
No, you cannot celebrate. You can do reception there, but the joining of rings is not acceptable.
Why? What if
Because
the pastor comes in to join them there?
Except the pastor can say that we are moving our church service
To that place.
To
to that place. So it will be like assemblies of Jesus.
What
Church.
if there's an ongoing renovation in the main church, so they have to improvise?
No, you see, the point is that it is that
The name of the
church
night, okay.
that is coming.
Okay.
But if you just have a church that is meeting regularly and they're so popular, they're in that like for instance, the time when there was a one popular church in Lagos that was using Muson Center for a long time. Muson Center is not a licensed place for celebration of marriage.
Okay.
So what you can do is just like, okay, go and do your celebration at the registry, then come to this place, which is where we gather.
Master, at least we know like 4 celebrities I can mention name for you, where they do their own joining by the bar beach.
Yes.
By
They
the
just
bar beach
create
side, they just put
the
chair,
moment for
and
themselves.
we had the officiating priest there. Is that a center? Is that an acceptable place?
I like that because you can apply for what we call special license.
Special license.
Yes. In fact, I've attended a wedding that this is registry. Registry is there. But they use one hotel, very fine hotel, close to registry. Because they don't want to do. So they got the registrars from that registry to come to the hotel and do their own. So what they got was that they got a special license. So you can do a special license. You can even do the celebration in your compound.
If I want to do on top water.
You can do
Because
it.
our Motala did their own in the aeroplane.
You can do that so that you just get a special license.
That this is where you want to do it.
This I want to do it, and then you come, and they will get registry officials to be there with you, or you can say, okay, that special license, give it to my pastor to be there. So they give you that special license.
Okay.
So, but if that one not there,
You can
that
go.
means when you wed, like some people, if you one time when we went to church out of pity for the spinsters and the bachelors, they say make it come the wed evening service around 6 o'clock.
And so they plenty.
Wow.
They plenty.
In a mass wedding.
Because he said, look, you guys should do the fair, say reception. Okay, come evening service.
Let's
Wed.
do it.
Wow.
Of course, the law says that you must do the real wedding, the celebration of wedding between 8 a.m. if it's a church, 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. in the evening.
Oh, there's a time.
It's a time. Anything after 6 p.m., that marriage is regarded as null and void. So two of you could just live together.
Right, sir. Well, now, if time day for us to marry, that means say we suppose get a specific day
Yeah.
where marriage supposed to take place. And that's why these days, I think, initially it was always a Saturday affair. Then later it came down to Thursday. Now we don't get people they do on Wednesday. So is there any acceptable day?
No. You see, for church, or for mosque, any day
It's okay.
of the week.
But they say it's wed next day.
No.
Seriously, that not the...
No. Any day of the week. The law says that for church, for mosque, for place of worship, any day of the week. But if you want to celebrate at the registry,
Okay.
it must be between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. on any working day, any official day.
That's
So that-
between Monday to Friday.
Yes, so on a public holiday, you cannot wed.
Uh-huh.
You
Then they
understand
go
me?
strike.
Oh, but no, they are civil servants. So as per civil
So that
service
was,
rules, they cannot work
on a weekend.
on a Sunday. They
Okay.
cannot work on a Independence Day. They cannot work on
Children's
So
Day.
you
Children's
guys calculate
Day.
all of that.
Yes, yes. So, but for the other people, you can do your wedding any day, any time of the day. No, not any time of the day. Any day between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Anything after 6 p.m. is null and void. Another one we say, when you are doing that celebration, there must be at least 2 witnesses there. So it cannot be you and
To
pastor.
be blood relative.
No, they cannot. You can even hire somebody from the room.
Okay.
There's what say that they're just witnesses. They are not. They don't have anything material to do that. You understand me? You can and that's why I've seen where people are fighting over who shall be with the witness or no. It has nothing to do with it. Nothing. It's just that witnessing, anything we call witness now to say, I witness say this man sign.
True. Yeah.
Not be say I even know the thing, the content.
Yeah, but I say you don't handle this.
Now be say witness to this signature of this man when they sign. I see him. You are not supposed. That's why if I do will now, the person when they sign say I see him when you sign. You know get right to read my will.
Why?
But you know say you sign.
Okay.
You know
But
that-
you na witness now.
Witness to the fact say
So how will I witness to what I don't know? Yes, now, barrister.
put
It's
on
risky now. So if anything happen, I say go and look for the witness. Now come and carry me.
witness say not be witness of the content. Now
Now witness
witness
say, I
of
see you sign.
Signing.
Okay.
So when I call you say Slimity, I don't do my will. When I call you say you come inside, you no get right to dey look my will. Now just to sign, say me too. When I sign, you see me sign.
Okay.
But that's the thing, you know. So that's why signature for registry. Now anybody can sign, can hire anybody.
If you just say they pass and say, brother, beg,
Bros.
just 1 minute.
Bros, I beg just
I
help
mean,
me.
put pen to paper.
I say I won't marry this woman. I beg besides say you see me when I say I won't marry her.
But before you go, I make you open the phone line. Even though Barrister never go enter the cocoa of
I
the cocoa
tell
of
you.
today matter, you know they talk about failed marriage and children. So what did they happen to children when marriage no work again? That now waiting Barrister na cha-cha topic. Oh, just here today. But I believe say small, we are entering it. But of course you can call in now should you have any question to ask on marriage. Tabi, if you don't break up and you still say, the thing that affect your children, let's hear. Make people say follow, learn on top of them. Barrister, leave me alone, oh. Barrister, don't allow my school fees to waste. 081 731 47.
Now after a year, you know, Abi.
No be that one.
No, be that one.
No be that one. Call her when now.
It's called the original number.
I mean,
Not our original number.
I don't tell me this on that.
081 731
Oh yeah.
47.
Wait.
Barrister,
Bye.
barrister.
You go school.
You're posh, though. Barrister.
You go school of small.
However, I don't call it.
Don't call Barrister
Help
yet,
us turn down the volume on your TV set, of course. When you see in personal number, if you want to call him for like consultation, of course, Barrister did very much open. When they don't put in profile, you can get his number. Then after the show, send him WhatsApp number or call him personally. But this is what they see for here. We are talking, failed marriage and children, but marriage in general.
Okay. So the second one be say, okay, so that one once it dey null and void, that we call them the thing wey court go do, no be say to say they want divorce. The court go say that it just give order, say this marriage no dey even dey at all. So the children go find their own level among the two. We'll come back to that later. Now the other one be say dissolution of marriage. When we say marriage don dey, 2 of them dey kampe. And that one they happen too much. So many people will say, it don't do too much. Okay, 2 of them marry, 27-year-old marriage, 25-year-old marriage. They don't touch it, no one marry again.
Call, please. Hello, Pretty. What's your name? Pretty.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, CBT and Pedro. Good morning.
Good
Thanks, baby.
morning,
Good morning,
Pretty.
Good morning. How is work going?
Very
Work
well.
is going well.
Thank you.
Barrister, good morning.
Good morning, no. Can't you say don't leave me come out
No,
too?
Barrister, come on. Yeah, we
Please,
talk.
I want to ask, in this case now, please, are you hearing me?
Very
Yes.
well, very well.
Okay. In this case now, you are married to one man and the marriage is not working and you have an issue with the man, as in a child with the man, and both of you parted for years. and after some years, the man got married, and you, the woman, got married to another man. In that case now, if you want to carry the baby alongside with you, who will you say that owns that child? And will the child have equal rights on both sides?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Did you get my question?
I do.
Yes.
I get. Number one, Pretty. Number one, I don't know. Are you still there? Don't go, Pretty.
Hello.
Okay. Pretty, you've gone. You know, because I want to ask, because if you say two of you have,
They're legally
you have
dependent.
exactly. Well, that two of them don't they legally divorce, because, like say now they quarrel, and I can't move away, can't go remarry. Now
marriage?
there's no marriage.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be very careful about that, because even you see, once you don't marry under the law, you cannot remarry traditionally, or you cannot marry legally, except you divorce the first
And the
person.
two of them don't come go marry.
Then, so I don't know how to marry. Whether I marry under the custom or whatever. As far as the law is concerned, two of them are still they got married. So your
So the married, they're married now. No be married.
Married.
exactly, it's called about nullification.
Okay.
Nothing there now. So you guys have to go back and probably do your proper divorce. So that,
But what if they divorce properly?
and then they can go ahead.
Right, but you know
So
this thing
what
takes time.
chance? What right does that child? That's what she did.
Yes,
Ask. Okay.
Now, because the child will be the child of that initial marriage, right? So now the marriage is no longer there. That's why you can now ask who will have the custody of the child. How would the child be maintained?
Because the child have a new father and a new mother now.
Yes. But the paternity of the child is known.
Okay.
It's still that
For the
known.
man.
Okay.
So now, the other man, the owner of the child, has to be very careful, because he's in putting up his own estate, his own private estate. He has to understand that he has a child of a failed marriage.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I get question relating to this child and the mother we just talk about now. And I want to use one Obodo Igbo case. That's Sierra and her ex, Future.
Yeah.
Now she be born for Future, but now she don't marry another person. And now the man now they act as a father, because Future already don't get like how many children before he meet Sierra. So the man acts like the father to the child, like he takes care of the bills, like
It's
everything
possible.
that has to do with the child. So in this kind of situation, let me say that the man now they take care of the pikin.
It's
Who go bear
possible.
the responsibility? Who go bear the
what you are saying is
the fatherly
possible,
figure?
because I've seen it before. I've seen a failed marriage. The woman had a child for a failed relationship. The new guy that is date or is married to, the two of them they've not had any child
Wow.
over 15 years now. So the child of the
That
first
failed
marriage
one.
is what has even taken up the name of the new
The
man.
current man. Taking
But-
up the name.
yes,
Is that allowed?
Oh, you can change them now.
Wow.
You can change them. It's just that most times
Some men no agree.
no agree, because okay, the issue about name, there's no name that is talk to anybody.
Really?
Really.
So
And I wanted to be Dangote since. I wanted to be Dangote since.
I don't know by the name,
No name, because
so I can like get a name and just attach that.
oh,
to
you
the
can. There's
Let's
a guy.
let's hold you up a bit. Let's say Judith.
Okay.
Come back. Hello, Judith. Judith. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Barrister,
Hello.
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead, ma.
Hello.
Hello,
Kemi.
I'm here, ma.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Barrister.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. I want to ask a question on this issue.
Go ahead, ma.
The issue of failed marriage and children. I have a relation that is passing through the same problem. The woman left the marriage due to crisis. You know, the family pleaded with her to wait so that they can sort out the issue with the boy. The boy said for the meantime, she should go and stay with his parents until they will settle the matter. But on the long run, she refused and left. The other brother of the boy went and brought her back. I asked, okay, stay in my house. I'm calling my brother over. We'll settle the matter. At the end of the day, before they leave, the brother left for work. Before they came back, she left the home with the child. There's already a child in that marriage. She left with the child. They've tried everything to reconcile the relationship. She did not accept. Even today, right now, she changed her number. The boy can't reach her. They can't even talk to the child. And we've now heard that she has remarried. She don't want the family to get across to the child, and she's married again. Now, what is the situation of the family? Because the family wants their baby. If she don't want the marriage, they want their baby.
Yeah.
So she's refused. So what will the family do? I want to get counsel from this.
Yes, I want to say this to you, and everybody listen to me and listen very well. Most times when marriage fails between man and the woman, sentiments aside, the interest of the child is what is paramount to the court. Sentiment aside, how the marriage take break up, how the law. Now, when the law they look, we probably than the cocoa of this matter, but we'll see go expand themselves. The thing where the law they look now, the interest of the child. So let's assume that that child is better taken care of by the mother. No matter how bad the mother is to the husband, no matter how bad the husband and the wife, the woman is to the in-laws, to everything, as long as the interest of that child is better safeguarded or better protected by the woman, the law will say, okay, not because this woman is exceptionally good, but because this child needs that best protection, the child should be with her. So on that side, now, I'm not saying that you guys are bad or the woman is good now, but I'm just saying that everybody should understand that the interest of the child is always paramount in the court's mind. So no matter how, so a man can be the one that is richer and the woman might be the one that is very poor. But if you look at the work, she has the time, and the man that has so much money is always on the cannot control the child, can always expose the child to many danger. Look, regardless of your money, this woman will have a child. You can have visiting rights, and then there should also be maintenance. Give the woman some money to take care. And sometimes the woman say, look, I don't even want your money. I just want to take care of my child. So now, if the way you have said it now, the woman has taken the child, she doesn't have the right, except the court gives that order. She don't get right to hold the baby, to keep the baby, without letting the father of the child to see the baby. So what I go do, so if I can get the address where in day, you can ask or can look for, just find a way whereby you can go to court to go and compel her to come and bring the baby, so I can talk about custody of the child or the maintenance for the child. Or you can find another way to get us so I can come, okay, even to the social welfare. For instance, somewhere in Lagos now they get social welfare, which I can come, okay, bring the child. Let us talk about the interest of this child. Regardless, okay, the marriage don't end, you don't go marry somebody else, no problem. But can we see this child? Can we have access to this child? Who will get the custody? Can it be separate custody, joint custody, or mixed custody? That kind of thing. Visiting right. When do I visit this child? And things like that. So that's just the interest. So, I haven't answered that question. I was also telling that the name issue. That's very careful.
Sorry, please, before you go on. Now you can. Judy said the family they no care whether she's still interested in the marriage or not. They just want their baby. So now, where the family don't pronounce, say they didn't care. If she go and marry now, it's now an issue, because now the family don't say, okay, we didn't care or you don't like us anymore. No problem. Just bring our child. Now, if she can't decide she wants to go and marry, is this still a problem in the court?
Okay, make I explain that the law. Make I explain very well, because I need make I explain to everybody because say for tradition, the marriage now between the families. But principally, I make them listen to me very well. Principally, now the two parties, now then they carry the blood. So, say tradition, say now members of the family in the inside, but principally, so nobody feel force them to stay together. Worst case scenario, if you want divorce, two families go turn the money.
Okay.
So you go your way. But the two of them, nobody feel force. That's why I say, even forced marriage, sometimes the child can say, look, I don't want marriage. I don't want to marry this old man. They forced me to marry this old man.
Please hold your thoughts. Jackson.
Hello?
Good morning, Jack.
Good morning.
How you day?
I'm fine.
Okay, we believe that you get a question to ask the barrister.
I have a question.
Yeah.
All right, please go on.
My question is, there is a situation whereby the woman does not have, chance to take care of the child. But the father, which is the father of the child, always has a time to take care of the child. In that situation, is it good for them to give the child, to the mother to take care of when she doesn't have, time to take care of the child?
Yeah, I agree. Jackson, if let me just paint a scenario. Let's say that the woman is a very busy person, career-minded person. Probably put the child with a maid, and they take care and doesn't have the time for the baby. And the father has the money, and probably has the time. Or let's assume the father has the money, does not have the time, but has a mother that has the time, or has somebody that has the time better than that of the other side. Then the interest of the child, it's a matter of proving the cases, proving the both options. This is a better option for this child than her option. So it's not so much as availability alone. You understand me? Because you can be available and not have the competence to take care of a child. And then, for instance, a girl child is regarded as better with the mother than with the father. Are you understanding me? So the other thing is that a boy child is regarded as better with the father, provided the father has the time and the let's say the circumstance, enabling environment to help that child. You get them. So they automatic. They say automatic. Say because na me get the child, na me father. Like somebody consulted me the other day and said that I've not seen my child. Yeah, and want to name my child. There's nobody denies his life for naming my child. But if you and the mother are always fighting in a way that even your fight is possible to even endanger the life of that child, then the best option would be that probably the mother should leave your house with the baby. Because if you see a very young baby, you can't say because you guys paternity of a child does not give you the control of life of that child.
No.
So they can deprive.
Do Nigerian parents know that?
That's what I'm telling you now. So I can understand that. A paternity does not give, because a child has a right to existence in the best environment condition as possible, as very possible. So that you're a father does not mean you have the right to control the life of that baby.
But is it possible to demand the custody of the child?
Oh, it's possible if the circumstances are proven, they are shown that it exists, that this child will not have the best interest in that man's house. Or let's assume the man has married somebody else, has married a new wife, and probably, no woman really wants to have a rival of a child. So if you look at that, it's okay, this is a new wife who is expecting that she will be in control of this family, and then she has a burden of, it's a huge burden. Psychologically, it might not be the best interest of that child to be in that house.
Pastor, so if I change my name to Dangote now, am I still my father's daughter?
Yeah,
because I want to change my name to Alakija or Dangote. Am I still my father's daughter?
See, there's a guy that's called African Farmer.
That's his name. He changed his name to African Farmer.
And it's acceptable.
As he did in birth certificate.
No, you don't days.
You
don't
don't
need
now.
the consent of your family.
No. Okay, no, because name is just a means of identification. The worst you do is just to say, I put up a notice, public notice, that I, formerly known as so and so, henceforth which to be known as so and so.
But Barrister, are you not possibly disowning yourself from that family? Maybe from rights, wills, and all of that.
But people have changed their family name because they say probably on account of religion, on account of bad heritage.
But that's the whole family change. Because I have a friend, the whole family, they don't say the name.
Because if I change my name now to
they are
Adetola
worshiping some gods like that. That one, the whole family.
Barrister, can you hear? If I change my name now to Adetola Stimiti, my father will now, he bear Adetola generally, is it not going to become a problem for me?
You see, if you can persuade your father. Some women even actually bear their first,
yes, I guess
their name, their father's name, but they are married. You see, your status.
Don't on that issue.
Your status in law. I'm talking about law. Not forget that we are in the environment of cultural inflections. So in law, your status as a married woman does not necessarily translate automatically say your name must change. So for purpose of that celebration, you can say you are now Mr. and Mrs. Designated. But you can still retain, by law, you are still permitted to retain your name. Just like I've seen people that there are some father and one man, let's say Peter Fayoshi. Some of his members of the family have told, even his brother is called Oluwayoshi.
Okay. Oluwayoshi.
Yeah. That is his brother is called Oluwayoshi, the pastor, so it's called Oluwayoshi. But he said that look, he wants to name himself as, I think his father even has turned to Oluwayoshi because his father is a pastor. So, so it's like he himself, I'm going to retain that name. And nobody, so long it's not about criminal name change. It's like, look, so and so.
So it doesn't mean you're not still a member of the family.
It doesn't make you to be a member of the family. So now, I've talked about nullification, right? Which is like when there's no marriage at all. The other one is that when there's a divorce. I think I've mentioned divorce over and over. When the two parties have said, okay, we're not going to do because we are tired, we have been separated for too long, and because I've been separated, or there's impotence, or there's cruelty, or there's... Usman.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. How are you people doing?
We are good.
We're good.
Very well, thank you.
All right, please, I want to ask a question.
Guys.
My question goes to the barrister. In a case whereby a woman pack out of her husband's house just for a few problems at home, she packed out without the consent of any of the husband's family, and she left with the two kids that they are having. So they went to social welfare for to reconcile, but yet all prove abortive. The social welfare make a provision for the man.
Usman, don't go.
No. Oh, do call back, please.
I
do
call
call
now.
back.
The
Usman.
space is still very open.
The network.
Okay, Usman, let me just probably to the extent I get it that I don't know where it's going to land, but to the extent where I get I think talk English nowadays. Okay, let's where I get rich. We say departure from a house of a woman not be the same thing as divorce. There's still because like carry come on, but it can be a ground for divorce.
Yeah, I was going to say because it's a small issue. We don't know those issues.
Yes, it can be a ground. Say okay, in come up my house, so I not tell anybody, so I don't want to marry again or want to reconcile. But by itself, just say the person come out, nobody say automatic divorce be that. So you have to go through the process of okay, family to family sit down. You want to return the bride price, or you want to say you want to scatter, or you want to go to customary court, say make you go divorce. And I like what you talked about, saying I go social welfare. You know that, and this and that. Many things can be resolved at social welfare. The only thing say for social welfare, it not be saying a court of law.
Okay.
It not be court of law. So anything when I resolve there, if there no carry them out, the social welfare they don't get cane, they don't get power to come and say we go force you to do that one. That's why the best thing say make you try go to court. If you go court, are you understanding me? If you go court, from court go give order, and that order you can carry it like one of the children of one of the big men. We go still after the court don't say make the woman take the child. He can go carry the pin, keep picking run come out. So anytime we court, anytime
they wait for her now. They say judgment still there.
Oh yes, now.
Yes.
Anytime when they see them to arrest them. You understand me? Because this one I say in a court, unlike for social welfare, we say if you see them, we go back, go meet you. Say I don't see them, you don't come back. Making a column. You know that one. That's I say. I mean, that's son of one of these presidential aspirants that goes steal the child after court. Court doesn't make it give up because, like we say, when marriage fail, no people get money pass
exactly
for the children. No my government because in that kind of marriage, na the man get money pass. In fact, remember that case of Tiger Woods in those days in America?
Yes,
Where we say,
yes.
you know, the woman feels so that the man don't cheat her. And they can't go
He
divorce.
lost almost everything.
Can't divorce. So
Because of the
the children were given to the woman. Regardless of that, Tiger Woods
na
will
get money
get
pass.
money pass. So don't be issue of money. So no matter how sentimental the man did, that's why I say that kind aspirant child, that's boy, we will carry child, very, very close to the children. These are my children. Why can you deny me? So one day just go
But what if
arrange.
the children can't talk? But it is possible say me then carry children come court. Maybe the children can't talk say now the father.
Oh yes, sometimes, but you know, sometimes you have to, you can do that. But sometimes it's also a psychological trauma for the child to know that is forced to come and make a decision between which man or the
Parents
to go to. So courts also they look at the psychological effects. Sometimes you say, no. We just consider this in private so that don't expose because already the child go under torture. And so to come say okay, they inside box, point, minimum, and sometimes I cry and don't forget that forever.
At all.
You know, so that's why the court go try to say okay.
But really, Barrister, this very case, a very big case, honestly, because even me, if I expect, say, court go give custody to that former Oga Pikin because they get money, but what's different? Even the wife said not get money reach them.
You don't get
at
money
all because the guy they even give her money.
Now the love and the primary. Even one of the musicians we go see the child take and go Dubai. One of the musicians, remember about 2 years ago when he goes when we say go carry the child and they say the child, the baby mama call the cry say they don't take in child from him and things like that. So fair relationship and child, now the custody of the child, now the interest, let's say the interest of custody, you're not even reach custody now. Now the interest of the child be paramount. And to make a case for that, you must prove, say, between the two of you now. You know, because like you say, the woman, even say, the woman might not even have the money, but you can say, okay, I have a home where this child can be given love. I have a mother who is staying with me. I have a sister who is staying with me, and all of us can make sure that this child has at least enabling environment. My brother is available to even act as a surrogate father for them. But this other person is always very out of the country. He doesn't have a good sister. I mean, he doesn't have a relationship with his sister. The mother is dead and whatever. Or the mother is from a divorce home. The mother is somewhere home. So, you know, if he has the money, more or less he's going to throw this child only to daycare and things like that.
Okay, I think we went far, but I know we still have another distance to go.
Yo, thank you very much.